Hey, I see you, girl. What up, Licious? I see everyone coming in. So, yeah, we're getting ready for our interview with Brooklyn Queen. Okay, we're waiting for those requests to come in. Me and Jay Hall chatting with the Queen. What's good, everyone? Good evening. Good evening. Okay, there goes Jay Hall. So, I'm just waiting for those requests. We got Jay Hall and Brooklyn Queen coming through. Neil Torre is Kip. Yes, her mom is on. That's dope. I see you, Brooklyn Queen's mama. Seems like the connection's a little slow. You know, IG Live can be kind of janky at times. All right, there go Jay. Your requests when you can. You're probably trying to send me a request. Okay, what up, Jay Hall?
Yo, what up, though?
I love when Detroit people say what up, though.
Oh.
It's like it never gets old.
Yo, I just, yeah. And it has so many different ways, too. It's like, what up, though? Hi. Or what up, though? Like, it can go so many ways.
That's like New York. We're like, what's good? That can mean a lot of different things. What's good or you good? It depends on how we say it.
Oh, definitely. It definitely can. Which is
Mhm.
just black all around, but it's just
Right.
different words no matter what state you in.
Right.
Like, do you speak Negro? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Very expressive.
That's all it
even,
really
even
is.
even when we're not speaking, it's a facial expression or something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, my niece is here. Hi, Jayla. It's my princess right here.
Oh, hey Jayla.
Yeah. She is officially a junior in college now.
Congrats, girl. Congrats.
Official.
Yeah. Yeah. So we waiting for the requests to come through from Brooklyn Queen. I know you know how IG Live can be. It's what it is, you
Yeah,
know.
it is. It is.
My
I like your
folks
earrings, by
on
the way.
in there. Thank you, Ivory Janelle. Small business, so I'm gonna shout them out. Let me find their IG and put it in the chat. Yeah, you know I'm an earring girl. I love me some good big earrings.
At least two pair.
Mhm.
Hella
Elder
fly.
millennial humor.
Yes, that's right. We just showing our age. That's totally
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Totally fine.
We'll
I
give
pay
them.
taxes, yo. I can do that.
It's saying it won't let her request. Let me see if I can request her. I'm gonna see if I. Oh wait, no, it won't let me request. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Cause IGB tripping, tripping. So I hope you don't have to. Let's see
Tripping,
if I can add her as a moderator. If I add
tripping,
as a moderator, will let
tripping.
me.
Yeah, she should probably go out and try back in, if
Okay.
possible.
Yeah, IG Live be sometimes Instagram be like because there was somebody that I tried to follow from the AURN account. It was somebody that was on IG Live with us, and it wouldn't let us follow the account. They like Instagram was like, we think you're spamming people, so you can't follow this account. It was
They
crazy.
they they kill me who they stop and who they don't.
Right.
You know, like that's amazing. You got me following people that I never hit the actual follow button for. I've been
Right.
seeing
Every time I
more
log in,
sponsored people.
right,
Like
like
for
every time I
real.
log in, I see stuff that I don't want to see. That I don't even. That's not even. I don't even follow these people. And it's a lot of policing. I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. What up, Sasha? It's my girl Sasha. She from Toronto. T Dot.
What up, Sasha?
I have not seen Sasha since we all shut down in the pandemic. It's feel like a lifetime ago. Matter of fact, I feel like I gotta send universal text messages to a lot of people who I haven't spoken to since the pandemic.
Oh, I have to
Oh,
take
you
her off
gotta
as
take
a
off
moderator.
monitor.
Okay, all right, let me do that. All right. Removed. You're removed. Okay, let's try again. I can't find this girl's Instagram that made these earrings. Uh-oh.
See?
Ivy Janelle.
See?
Trying to support a small business.
See? Be your own people. Be your own people. Today's a Thursday. That does not feel like a Friday.
Yeah, everything, all the days are blurred together to me. I never know what day it is anymore.
Nope.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Got you, boo, got you. Let's see. Because sometimes I find I have to hit accept a billion times before it actually comes through. Okay, there
Finally.
we go. Hey, finally.
Hey, what up, though?
Hey, what up, though? Period.
Yay, that was so cute. Detroit people link up. I'm not from Detroit, but I don't know if you heard me. I was like, I just think it's really cute when Detroit people say, "What up, though?" So, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking around. You are quite remarkable. I watched your time on with Jonathan at the couch party. You killed that.
Thank you.
Nice. So let me introduce myself. My name is Star Rock, and I am a host, content creator for American Urban Radio Network. And I will throw it to my co-host, Jay Hall, to introduce himself.
I'm gonna say it again. What up, though, Brooklyn Queen?
What up, though?
What up, though? I'm from, we both from back home, so I had to give you that unique one, that special one.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to you for killing it on the couch party. Acting like you need $50 because we know you out there. So I appreciate you trying to be regular. As you sit in that nice leather, I appreciate you. I really do. I was like, look at her trying to be like regular, like everyday people. That's just so. What's up? What part of Detroit you from?
I'm from the west side.
Oh, for real? Same time. 12th Woodrow Wilson, right across over there by Highland Park.
Okay.
Yeah, right off the line. Oh, yeah, you sitting right there on the borderline.
None of this.
That's look. New York people do not know how to be uncomfortable, Brooklyn. They do not. Okay?
No,
New York people do not know how to make it about them.
I was about to ask you, how big is Detroit? Like, Jay, I know you lived in New York, but like comparatively speaking, like how big is Detroit?
See this right here, this little shot with the smile. Don't fall for that. You get further in the game. That's what they do. They be like, do y'all got pizza? Do y'all got like air? They try to act like nothing exists unless it's in them 5 barrels. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't let them do you like that. Detroit would be Brooklyn size. There you go. Now leave us alone.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty big. It's pretty big. Okay. All right. So let's get into this. You are okay. First of all, there's a very interesting story around your name being Brooklyn, right? I saw your mom in the chat. Let's get into that. Tell us the story behind your name.
Okay, so first I want to start by Brooklyn is my real name. Everyone thinks it's just like my stage name. No, that's my real name. I was born with that name. So my mom named me Brooklyn because she loves hip hop and Biggie and all of that, like that whole area. So she named me Brooklyn. She said when she has a daughter, she's gonna name her Brooklyn. And then when I got into doing music and being on social media, I'm like, okay, I need an Instagram name. Like, what is my Instagram name gonna be? So I'm like, it's gonna be Brooklyn Queen because everyone is born queens and kings, and that's what that's what I'm gonna be saying for the rest of my life. Everybody's born a queen, everybody's born a king. So I'm Brooklyn Queen, and that's that.
Hey, shout out to your mom for passing down. I'm pretty sure you know some hip hop history because of her.
Yeah.
And real quick, is it true that you are trying to give that $50 to a fan? Did I just
Yes.
hear that, read that correctly? Okay.
Just like you were saying, I don't need the $50. So I mean, anybody,
Oh,
I could use an extra $50. I can go get my toes done, but
Oh,
but
that's a nice meal.
I'm gonna give it to one of the viewers on here. So by the end of the live, or while we're doing the live, I don't know how we're gonna work that in, but yeah.
Licious, I see you in the audience. Help us out. We got to figure out how we're gonna get that $50 out. Maybe it's just somebody DMs us, or we'll get that together. We got you. Whoever you are, that's gonna get that $50.
yeah.
Okay, and so Brooklyn, I was doing research about you, and you're an entrepreneur. You've been an entrepreneur since like what, 12, 11,
Yeah,
12 years old?
11, 12, around that.
Okay, and so I saw someone ask this question in the previous live with Jonathan. What does B&B stand for? And is that your record label? Is that the label I know you're signed there, or do you own it?
So B&B is the label that I'm signed to. It's an independent label from Detroit, and B&B, the three letters stand for breaking major barriers, because that's
Got it.
what we do, is break major barriers.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Cool. So now we can get into the good stuff. You're from Detroit. You started performing at a young age. When did you realize that you wanted to do this professionally? And what was that conversation like with your mom? Your mom was a rapper too, right? So she kind of.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, she rapped for herself, like just to listen to herself. So, I mean, yeah, she's a rapper.
Okay.
She be
Okay.
rap-
Okay.
she be
Got
helping
it.
me. She be helping me. So yeah, I would say she's a rapper. Period.
Got it, got it, got it. I feel like everybody that knows someone that's into hip hop definitely knows someone who's a rapper, whether they became a household name or not. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody got that person that that's dope. Cool. So all right, so talk about like your journey to success. Like you blew up. There was a viral video. Um, Kiki taught me. Give us the tea. Like, did you plan to put that out? Because a lot of times viral videos just kind of happen. Like,
Yeah.
so was that a plan? Like, talk about that.
Okay, so we're just gonna start from the beginning. Basically, it started when I was 5. I did my school talent show, and my mom and dad helped me write the song, like write my little rap for the talent show. And so I did it, and when I was performing and everyone in the crowd was just going crazy, I'm like, this is fun. Like, I want to do this. Like, I want to be on stage all the time. So from there, my mom just kept me like, the little cute little girl, little rapper. And then when I was 8, I made my first song in the studio, like went to record my first song. And I'm like, this is just so fun. Like, this is me. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. So fast forward, we go down to Orlando, and that's where like everyone was down there recording in the studio who was on the B&B label. They were down there recording, and I was just down there to like see how everything goes, basically, because I was like super new to it. And so one of the other artists who were on the label was like just messing up, just like not focused at all on their music and like what they were trying to do. So they were like, okay, Brooklyn, do you want to come to the studio? It was like 1 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. I want to go to the studio. Come on. And my mom's like, are you sure it's 1 a.m? Are you sure you want to go to the studio? And I'm like, yeah, like it'll be fun. So we go, and that's when I made Kiki Taught Me. And I'm like, okay, I really like this song. Like, period. Kiki taught me how to do it. And then from there, I signed to B&B and put the song out, made the video, and I can't even tell you what happened after that. It's like 60 million views later, and I'm like, what is going on? I still can't believe like that I accomplished that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was just
Yeah.
so crazy. It felt so unreal. Like, dang, this many people paid attention to me. Like, what is going on?
No, that's amazing. You're so young.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, when I hear that story, like I looked on there, you almost like a whole different person. And you were pretty much for like what, 6 months, probably the most popular person on the planet when everything was going on and you had everybody doing your dance. What
Mm-hmm.
was that like for you as you were like in the city going around and then people starting to notice who you are outside of your family?
Um, it was different because I wasn't used to just people running up to me like, "Oh my God, you're the Kiki girl," like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hi." But to this day, it's still crazy. Like people, I mean, it's on a higher level now, to the point I need security and stuff. But when I see people and they run up to me, it still feels unreal. Like, oh, this is crazy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It still feels unreal, but at the same time, it's a blessing to be where I'm at and be, you know, in this position.
I think it's cool that your music, even now, it's still, you keep it cute and relatable to the youth, people in your age group. And I say this because, like even when I was coming up, J Ho, a lot of our rappers were coming out at like 16, 17 and rapping about packing gats and Cadillacs and like like all kinds of
They were
crazy
being way too grown.
yeah. And you would think now, because there's so much access to like the internet and kids are seeing a lot of different images, that I mean, and there's a lot of kids now still, and young people now still coming out on some grown, like, I don't know, like, not to sound like an auntie, but I just see things and I'm like, slow down, like, chill. So, talk about that. Why is it important for you to be relatable to the people who are younger than you, but then people in your age group, and even you probably inspire older people too?
Um, well, we'll go like to my music. I would say why I keep it appropriate is because that's really me. Like I don't go around just cussing like 24/7, like doing all that and doing too much. I would say like, because in my music that's really me. That's really how I talk. Like you won't see me off the internet just having a whole potty mouth. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really me when it comes to being appropriate. And for being relatable, I just rap about what I want to listen to and what
Mm-hmm.
I go through. And I feel like I feel like I'm not the only 17-year-old going through the things I'm talking about or feeling the way that I
Mm-hmm.
feel. So I feel like that's why my music is relatable. And even for adults, like the things that I'm going through now, they may have been through it or are going through it. So, you know.
Yeah, you got fans. I see people like somebody, Shorty by Lopez said her two daughters love you, and then someone was like, you send good music, good messages through your music. Yeah, you got that love.
Thank
Girl, you are doing a lot of things right. I mean, you have over 1 million followers. Like, that's not easy at all.
Yeah.
So, just from a business standpoint, oh, Jay, were you gonna say something?
Well, I just wanted to see like you're getting like so much love, and from what I read, it was very important for you to quote put Detroit back in its place. And so I've been feeling like for myself, I've been like the lone Detroit on the East Coast fighting a good fight. But how important is it for you as you're coming up for people to know that Detroit sound? Because I'm knowing some of the people, the crew that you with, and first thing I heard was the first couple bars when I heard mentions, I was like, yo, this sound is familiar. Even though it was a little bit futuristic, I was like, yo, that sound is familiar. How
Mhm.
important was it for you to keep it like that?
I mean, I feel like it's important. Well, I feel like what keeps me in that is like my producers and the beats that they give me, and that's how I flow off. Like that's how I go with the flow, basically. Um, and I feel like it's important to know where you're from and to know where you're like where you're going. I'm from Detroit. I rap Detroit 24/7. That's just that. But I feel like people like need to just show Detroit more love, and I feel like the artists in Detroit like need to rep it more. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I don't know. I
yeah,
just feel like a lot of artists who are from Detroit make it through and just like forget about it. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I know what
And
you're saying.
that's not I feel like that's not gonna be me. Like you're gonna hear Detroit throughout me for the rest of my life.
Oh, I heard it in the first bars of like mainly like all of your songs. It was like if it wasn't D, it was 313. It was something in there. I was like, yep, she's legit.
Yes.
She's from there. So yeah, I get that. And when it comes to, repping that, I would say, the last female MC that we were checking for in Detroit was being checked at now is Cash Doll. You know what I mean? Who's been like really, really repping whatever. Who else, or was Cash Doll like an influence to you, or did you have out city, influence, or did you have any Detroit influences that made you want to be like, yo, I want to like aspire to that and get past that?
I mean, Cash Doll, I wasn't like, oh my God, I want to be like her. But I did respect her because she was a female out here in the industry doing her thing. And like from where she came from and where she is now, I respect that. Like everybody should, like everyone should grow. And I feel like that's what she did. I feel like what she wanted to do, she did it. And she's still going off till this day. But I love Rocky B. She's so hard to me. I love her. And Nisha Nashe, I don't know if you probably know all these people. You're from Detroit. I don't know about
No,
Miss
you put me
Good,
on though.
but
You put me on.
So
but
my
yeah,
niece is listening right now. So when I'm go home, because she's the number one in my life, I give the phone to her and I retire, and she puts me up on everything. So
yeah,
she's my guy. Yeah, she goes
yeah,
to Western.
for sure. Then she knows everything that's popping in Detroit.
Yeah.
And then of course you're a Beyonce fan. I did see that. You're
Yes,
not a
I
Beyonce
am.
fan.
I love me some Beyonce.
So what do you think about Renaissance?
Okay, I've said this before. And Beyonce, if you ever see this interview, if you ever see this, don't take anything personal because
Take your time.
I love you. But I'll just say I expected something different.
Okay.
Like I didn't expect that type of feel like through the whole album. Like I like it, but I don't love it. I just expected something way different from her. But, I feel like that's what everyone. You have your opinions on everything. Someone does.
Mhm.
So hopefully next time she comes out with something, it's, over the top amazing.
That's
That's a good
fair,
safe
and
answer before the Bayhive Club. Good. Back out.
no, that's fair though. That's fair, and plus this is Act One, so it's supposed to be like 3 or 4 acts. So we don't know what else she has coming out. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Cool. Okay. Talk about what's your creative process? Like, how do you because you're an entrepreneur and busy with everything because you're what, actress, model, influencer, you rap and you sing. So how do you what's your creative process? How do you find time to really focus and create music? Because you have a new single coming out tomorrow.
Yes,
right?
tomorrow. Yes. So tomorrow I Thank God is dropping. Y'all can go pre-save it. But my creative process and how I fit time for everything. What I tell people all the time is this is really what I do. Like, it's not just what you see on social media. Like, when I'm off of social media, this is like my life. Like, and I feel like it's my normal everyday life. It's not like it's not like a job for me. It doesn't feel like work. It just feels like fun. Like, this is my normal, basically. In the studio, when I'm making music, my creative process is, I don't know, it's just however I feel at the moment. It's whatever is on my mind, or the beat that comes on, then that like kind of inspires the whole vibe to the song. Or I'll write something before I have a beat and then put it over the beat. It just depends on how I'm feeling at the time.
Nice. And being that you're such a young entrepreneur, I think this is an interesting time in general because we're seeing a lot more people who are really young becoming like megastars and making money off of their digital presence. That being said, because it can happen so fast, I know there are some things that you probably weren't expecting, but then as you kind of go, you just learn as you go. So what are some, let's say, like, what are three of the most important business lessons you've learned along the way?
Three of the most important business lessons I've learned. Um, be careful who you trust. Number one.
Ooh.
Number one, because I feel like people come around, they show you the side, like, oh, I can help you do this, I can get you here, do that, do this, and it's like, okay, then you trust them, you put all your trust into them, you feel like it's a good, like, relationship, then y'all turn, then it's like you become family, and then they turn
Mm-hmm.
around, stab you in the back, and they're stealing money from you. So I feel like
Yeah.
that's one thing I really, like, really watch out for. Like, since I've had that experience, everyone who comes around, I'm like looking at them some type of way, like, are you here because you genuinely want to help, or are you here because you can get something out of it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one, I would say. And then number two would probably be stay consistent. Because if you drop the ball, then you're making room for someone else, and for someone else to come in and just take your spot, and then there's no more you, basically. Like, you're just gone. You're done for if somebody comes in and just takes your spot. And then I would say stay humble, because if you're not and you get a high head and you get on the high horse, your career's over with. You just have to stay humble and remember where you came from and who helped you get where you are. And yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, even though you're 17, you kind of like a young vet. You've been doing this for a little second now. It's like, how were you or still able to handle or maintain doing the music and school? I mean, shout out to your moms. I know she did an excellent job, but how were you able to do that?
Um, I would say God. Nothing is possible without God. When I tell you, I wouldn't be getting through anything or nothing without God, my family, and my team. Um, they make sure I'm on track with everything. They never let me get unfocused. So yeah, shout out to my family and my team. Y'all keep me on track. Whenever I get off the track, y'all put me in my place, like, get it together. So, period. And my queendom. I can't forget about y'all. My queendom, my
There's a lot of them in
supporters,
here too.
my supporters. I see y'all. I see all y'all in the comments. Hey, y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be where I am now, and I probably wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. So,
Now
Cool.
you
And
had mentioned. I'm sorry,
oh
my
no, go
fault.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
You
ahead. Go
good?
ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
You got this.
You had mentioned about how you like still keep it. You still keep it classy. Like, I was watching a lot of your videos. You still do what you do, but one thing I saw that was consistent was you still be about that boss though. How important is independence to you? Like, what when you hear independence, what does it say to Brooklyn?
when I hear independence, it says strong. Because if you're independent, you're strong. You're, I would say, confident. Well, I'm describing myself because I can't speak for everyone. Um, dedicated. Um, and to sum it all up, Big Brook. Period. When I hear independent, I think of Big Brook. I think of me.
Nice. So, how do you maintain your mental health? This is an interesting time, right? Like, it's cool to be able to work and do what you love, but at sometimes you have to kind of maybe take care of yourself and take a break. So how have you been maintaining in these crazy times?
Um, pray. I pray that I get through whatever I'm going through, whether it's a breakdown and I'm like, oh my God, I need a break. I just pray and God gets me through it. And I say always make time with family, because you could be going through something, and just a little bit of time with your family can get you through anything. I feel like, personally. So those are the two things I would say gets me through.
Nice. Okay. And I don't know, there's a lot that we can discuss with like I'm just like thinking about like your mom. Like what's your relationship with your mom? Like is she your manager? Like how does that work?
My mom is basically my manager. She's my momager.
Okay,
Whether
okay.
it's whether it's business or in real life, she manages everything I do. So yeah, she's my manager, but she's also my best friend and my mom at the same time. We can talk about anything, like literally anything.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I would say if you ever see me out, you're always gonna see my mom. Whether
Does
she's
does she do
literally,
your nails too?
what'd you say?
Does she do your nails too?
She used to. I mean, she
Okay.
still could. She still could, but
Mom, get you right.
she basically retired doing nails to like be with me and
Gotcha.
put like 100% into what I'm doing. So shout out to my mom, love you. But yeah, if you ever see me, my mom's within 5 feet. Like you never see Brooklyn without her mom.
That is awesome. What has
How
it
how
been
it,
like? Oh no,
go
you
ahead.
go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
sure?
Go ahead,
Okay.
bro.
How I was gonna say like your mom is tight, and you mentioned like your tight circle. How important was it for you back home to work with Helliver? You know what I mean? Like as a producer, he's been kind of like on the rise, doing this thing like outside the city. Like I'm starting to see his name on some other credits. How
Yeah.
important was it for you? You know what I mean to work with him?
It was real important. Helluva is amazing. He's like, I would say one of the biggest producers out of Detroit. And to work with him was really fun. He texted me and was like, "Let's get in or let's work or whatever," and I'm like, "Helluva, like, okay, we gotta do this. We have to do this." Um, yes, but I'm out. I was honored to work with him. We have a song, "Throw Some," which is out now. Anybody who hasn't heard it, go check it out. Throw Some out now, produced by Helluva, and yeah.
Nice. So at 17, and I know you're probably tired of hearing like, oh, you're 17, you're young. I mean, you are, but also being that you have been in entertainment for a few years now, I know you've picked up some things along the way. I'm curious, and the reason I'm curious is because a couple of weeks ago I did an IG live with some women rappers, and we just kind of talked about like just the state of hip hop now. So I'm curious, your thoughts. What's your take on women in the industry? Like, do you like where do you feel you fit in the scope of what women are doing right now?
Um, I love it. I support it. I feel like women don't get as much respect as men do in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's a problem because everyone should be treated equally, whether you're a female, male, whether you're black, white, whatever, whether you're straight, gay, bi, anything you are. I feel like we all should be treated equally. But women, especially, and being a woman myself and a black woman myself, I feel like we should be treated way better than what we are treated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. I think that the relationship with like shout out to your mom again, just because I'm sure as your momager, she's been protecting you too along the way. So that's something that's pretty dope, and I think a lot of people may not have that. So that's cool. And real quick, I kind of want to jump back to the $50. This is how we're going to do this. So you are going to ask one of your fans a question. I guess it could be a trivia question, um, of your choosing. Whatever you want to do, it could be about you or anything,
Okay.
and you can just select from the list of people who is going to get that $50, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. So you want me to just ask a trivia question about?
Yeah, yeah.
Ask him about your stuff.
We know they know.
Mm, how many times have I performed halftime for the Detroit Pistons?
I was just about to ask you that. Why they're looking for an answer? I was just about to ask you, with you having like a million plus followers and all of that, have you a lot of artists it doesn't translate when they do live performances. How's that experience been for you when you get in front of the actual crowd with your music?
when I get in front of the crowd, I would say it adds up for sure. Like, you know, some people can have like the biggest song or whatever. I guess you would say the biggest song. And then they go perform and nobody in the crowd knows them or knows
Right.
their song.
Right.
Like that's not me. Whether I go to a different state and you never heard of me or anything. I went to Milwaukee and I'm like, okay, they're not gonna know my songs, but I'm still gonna kill it. And when I was performing, they knew my words and I'm like, what is going on? Like, how is this happening? How do y'all know this? But yeah, when I perform, I feel like there's gonna be majority of the crowd, you know, rocking with what I'm
That's
performing.
good.
Okay, we see some of these answers rolling in.
I'm trying
We
to
got
see
okay.
the
Rated Brookie, you can't give 4 answers. Okay. Just you can't say 3 or 4 probably. See now, like that doesn't work. Like we need
You gotta
one
know.
answer.
You gotta know.
Brooklyn Queen, give that question one more time so they can hear it, please.
How many times did I perform halftime for the Detroit Pistons?
Okay, somebody said 5.
No. Did you think they're not gonna let me perform 5 times?
See, up. Somebody said 3. We got a 4. Somebody said 2. The Miss Guard. K. James said 3. Okay, if y'all hear me say a number already and she ain't said nothing, you might want to stop typing that number. Stop.
Because Shorty by Lopez been showing a lot of love. She said her 2 daughters love it. She said 3. We don't start calling y'all by name. She said 3.
Wait, my phone just froze. I found someone who typed the answer first. Like I scrolled up and seen who typed the answer first. I'm finna.
Okay, what's their name?
I just commented their name.
Okay, and that winner is
The only _ Ebony. You got it
okay.
right.
Shout out to
the first person to comment the correct answer.
Got it. I see it. Shout out to you, Ebony.
Period.
Who do period mint money?
Send us a DM and we'll get you together. Right, Licious? I see Licious in the comments too.
That's a lot of better made chips you can buy out there, $50.
Listen, that's a nice meal. That's a couple groceries. Literally a couple groceries with all this inflation going on. But okay, all right. So yeah, so I mean we can wrap this up, but if like what else are you working on in the near future? I know we got your single coming out tomorrow. What else you got going on?
So I Thank God is dropping tomorrow. Well, you already said that, but I'm just, you said what's going on, so I'm just saying everything that's going on. I Thank God's dropping tomorrow. I will be at Big Sean's kickball game.
Okay.
It is August 20. Well, it's like a whole weekend type thing. So it's August 25th through the 27th. And I'll be playing kickball. Don't tell nobody. I really don't know how to play, but we're going to practice before I go. I haven't played kickball since 5th grade. So
nobody knows how to play. They just kick the ball.
We're going to see how this goes. I heard it's just like you kick the ball instead of throwing it like baseball. Like baseball.
Literally, that's all.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So we're going to see. Yeah, so I'll be doing that. And then... Wait, what else do I got? I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff. I'm trying to remember every single thing I got. And then I will be in Orlando for Playlist Live. It's a big like influencer. It's basically like a whole party weekend, but like all your supporters can come and like meet all their favorite influencers. So that is from the 1st through the 5th of September in Orlando. So if anybody's in Orlando and want to come see me at Playlist, I will be there, and you guys can come make a TikTok with me, take pictures, and do all of that. Okay. And I will be performing, so make sure.
People love for Brookie said go to Houston.
Yo, hold on, Brooklyn. Before you go, how's the acting coming? Because I know you're interested in that also too. How's that coming?
Well, I recently just finished season 2 of Charmers, the TV show I'm on. So Y'all can go watch that on Brat TV. It's on YouTube on Brat TV. Yeah, I just finished season 2. There might be a season 3. I don't know yet, but you guys can go watch season 1 and 2. It's out now.
Good, good, good.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you
Good luck
guys.
with everything. I mean, you don't need it. You are very blessed and very favored. We know that. You will be fine. More than fine, better than fine. But I appreciate you taking the time out to chat with us today. You got a new fan.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me on here. I had fun.
Keep doing your thing, 313.
Thank you.
No doubt.
All right. Bye, everyone. You can catch the
Bye.
replay. All right. Good night.
Bye, guys.